Hi, I'm Leticia Linden. I'm a psychotherapist and trauma specialist, and I work with professional women, often really high achieving, driven, incredible, capable, who on the outside seem calm, successful, but inside often feel anxious, emotionally drained, or just disconnected from themselves. And if that sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. So many of the women I work with have already tried things like coaching, mindfulness, or even therapy, and while those help for a while, something still feels unresolved, like a quiet ache that never really fades. My work is about helping you change that. And it's about guiding you towards deeper, sustainable transformation, one that brings calm, self connection, and emotional freedom. So, for more than a decade, I've supported women all over the world, executives, entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, to move from constant pressure and survival mode to a place of inner peace and self leadership. And what I offer, it's not really traditional talk therapy. It's trauma informed, integrative, and deeply personal. It's for women who are ready to go beyond just understanding things in their mind and want to truly transform how their emotional history shows up in their lives, in their bodies, in their relationships, and in how they experience themselves day to day. So many of my clients reach a point where life looks great on paper, yet inside they feel exhausted, tense, or detached. And they've spent years looking after others, doing everything right, achieving, performing, but rarely giving themselves the same care or compassion. And they describe feeling always on, unable to fully switch off, and guilty for even wanting to slow down. And often they say something like, I should feel happy, so why do I still feel this way? And the question is usually where our work begins, because underneath the stress, the possible burnout and perfectionism, there's often something deeper, unresolved emotional pain that quietly shapes how we relate, achieve, and take care of ourselves. And in our sessions, we explore these patterns gently and safely using a trauma informed approach that brings together, for example, internal family systems and compassionate inquiry. And these are beautiful frameworks that help you connect with your inner world, with the parts of you that protect, strive, and feel unheard, and learn to lead them with compassion instead of criticism or pressure. So it's not about fixing yourself, really. It's about reconnecting with yourself. And I call this process the EASE transformative journey. And it stands for emerge, awake, seek, and exonerate. Emerge is about defining who you're becoming and what you truly want. And awake invites you to explore your story and understand how early experiences shaped your patterns. Seek helps you learn emotional self leadership and compassion. And exonerate is where you release old guilt, shame, and limiting identities so you can feel lighter, freer, and more yourself again. So it's a structured yet flexible process, one that moves your at your own pace and is respectful and supportive space. What makes this work unique is a level of personalization. Every client of mine receives a tailored support and reflections between sessions, plus access to a members area with very helpful resources that support your growth between sessions. And this way, healing becomes something you live and you embody, not just something that you talk about once a week, right? So I intentionally work with a small number of clients so I can offer that time and care and presence with each woman that each woman really truly deserves. And it's not about quick fixes, it's really about lasting, meaningful change. And if you're really ready to start feeling whole again, I'd love to invite you to a complimentary discovery call with me. It's really simply a relaxed conversations where we can talk about what's happening for you and explore whether this approach feels right. And there's no pressure or expectations. That's just a space to connect. And you can schedule your call through my website at leticialindentherapy.com. And healing really isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been underneath the layers of responsibility and pressure and striving. So if this journey sounds like you're ready to begin, I'd be honored to guide you and witness you. Thank you so much for watching and taking time for yourself. I look forward to connecting with you soon.